Think of the scariest things you have ever seen in your entire life. Imagine what kind of looming presence dwells within your darkest regions. You never think about it at all. You never really ever consider the ramifications that anything bad could ever happen to you. But what is fear, really? When you really look down to it, fear is just an emotion, a reaction. Things that most people can't comprehend, not even if they tried. Things that a lot of people tend to ignore or pretend don't exist. What drives your fear? What is your primal instinct? Is it to run? Is it to fight? Is it to hide? Or could it simply be that you're so frozen in fear that you can't comprehend what you're seeing? A lot of people don't seem to really generalize it, or they just tend to ignore it. But when it comes right down to it, the one utmost thing that needs to be feared above all is me. Yeah, that's that joke. Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Saturday Night Scares. Yeah, I did that. That's a thing that now exists on this channel. Yay! Alright, so y'all know the drill. We got 6 videos to look at. I got my water. I got my videos ready, and best of all, I got you guys. You guys are awesome. So, we're starting off with King Frostmere. Scary TikTok videos that have left us scarred for days. Ooh. He's got me curious now. Let's begin.
Hello guys, tonight we want to check out some of the scariest videos and encounters that have scared us in the past. I hope you are dressed appropriately, because now we buckle up and stay frosty. Clara NS, a TikTok user from Germany, realized that a strange face was peeking out of a neighboring house just across the fence. It clearly was not belonging to any of the people who lived there. The question is, does this face belong to a person living in the house, or is it something completely different?
Could be a dog.
This gets even more interesting a couple of days later. Good thing I speak German.
Da Leute, ich wollte gerade drehen, wieder das Haus, wo die 2 Augen sind. Und darunter steht einfach ein Typ. Schau jetzt. Das ist gruselig. Oh.
Now the same face popped up again, days after. The dude in front of the house, I don't think he had anything to do with it though. Were the eyes paranormal related? I couldn't say.
Videos like that really hit more my skeptic side than my supernatural side, because we don't really see that much other than some what appears to be eyes. Now, it could just be an old-timey radio. It could be a dog. It could be a statue. There's no reason to not consider some of the more logical answers when it comes to a video like that. Because all we see are just 2 stationary glowing dots. That's it. So I'm leaning more towards not necessarily fake, just not paranormal.
Bo and Petty Reynolds forwarded me the following video of Renault Race TikTok.
I remember this one, and I
A lightning ball seems to make its way over some train tracks.
if I'm remembering correctly, I was saying that this is either paranormal or some damn good CG. But given the quality of the video, I think what we're seeing is actually there.
Full with electricity, it appears to also affect the surrounding area. Truly a magnificent event. What do you think? If not staged, what could have caused this ball of energy? And how can it travel just like that, hovering above the ground? Have you ever seen something similar occur? Let me know in the comments.
Can't say I have. But what I can say is that if I did ever see something like that, I would not be just standing there filming it. I would be gone.
Joey Nolan has uploaded this video, and he states that he and his wife have caught what appears to be an apparition coming out of the kitchen from the right and walking straight into the living room. They have a very young daughter, as well as some cats, who they say could never have been the reason for this. Besides this capture, they regularly have their furniture moved, as well as random disembodied voices that can be heard in their home.
That is bizarre. Okay. Now the cat's eyes are blinking, so this isn't the cat's eyes are blinking, so this isn't a still image with a video edit over it. So we're clearly seeing actual movement, and the cat's not reacting to it at all.
Here's that a humanoid shape is walking into the wall. And then there are some other wispy shapes that are lingering around. What's your explanation for this? A spirit that is visiting the family. Really interesting is that the cat is not reacting at all. Maybe it's used to it already. Who knows?
Another possibility is that it's a layover, a film over. Is that it's a reused tape or it's a camera glitch showing their daughter or the mother walking out of the kitchen, but it's like an overlay kind of effect. It's hard to describe it, but yeah, I'm sure a lot of people out there know what I'm talking about. But it could be paranormal.
The next captures were uploaded by Defender Lower. He started a thread saying, a clear figure in the motion detection video thumbnail, but nothing in the video. He talks about his friend Kimberly that came home one night between 1 and 2 a.m. Before going to bed, she wanted to let her father know that she made it home safe. As she was heading upstairs, she heard an odd noise coming from the main floor. All of a sudden, the alarm system went off. The family gathers, in shock of course, and it appears that nothing was out of place. Except the garage door was found open, but no sign of an intruder. The surveillance service provides them with motion sensing cameras, which send snapshots to the user's phone whenever motion is being detected. This unsettling image was sent to her dad's phone.
Okay.
Looks
Okay. What do I get? Just the image of this figure or this spirit, whatever, doing the Carlton dance. Just.
looks like a lady in a nightgown, with no face. Nobody in the family knew anybody who looked remotely like that. And the video recording of that particular night shows no sight of the lady. To this day, it could not be explained what transpired in this house. So I want to check out the case of Fernanda Ill.
The only explanation I have for other than paranormal is a deranged elderly woman, clearly off her medication, breaking into someone's house randomly and doing the Carlton dance.
Moved into a new place with her little daughter, and who thinks that there might be a negative spirit roaming this place. At least there are some paranormal events unfolding that make her think that. Her little daughter also seems to see the spirit of a girl, which is what she tells her mom ever so often, capturing different activity almost on a daily basis. Fernanda started documenting them all and sharing them with her followers. Let's take a look. The entity loves to push her daughter's dolls from the upper shelf. And apparently also likes to go for a little snack in the midst of day. It appears to be a playful spirit, doesn't it? On one of the following days, Fernanda realizes that there seems to be something happening again in her home, and she makes it up to the upper floor of the house to further document the weird events. First, she goes through all the rooms, like the bathroom and bedroom, since she thought she might have heard a voice coming from there, which is pretty odd. But something even more terrifying was waiting for her a bit later, once the sun had vanished. A shadow girl, or a woman for that matter, just stands there and apparently staring at her. This startled her quite a bit, and what could it have been? She found mud and footsteps in her house shortly after, which was weird since it hasn't rained there or was muddy outside at all. So Fernanda decides to use some baby powder on the floor to track if anything strange can be detected walking through the house again. It shouldn't be there in the first place. And in her next update, she shows that actually there appeared to be something walking through the powder. And the size of the prints are pretty much inexplicable, since they don't own a pet that could have caused them. Of course it could have been rats, but they probably would have smaller imprints than that. But what's even more unsettling is that the prints lead to one of her closets. And funny enough, whatever walked through the powder also seemed to walk on the closet door, which is pretty wild if you think about it.
Amigos, solo quiero grabar este video para documentar que hoy a las 3:08 de la mañana se está escuchando que alguien está tocando la puerta de mi casa, lo cual es muy extraño porque para eso tuvieron que abrir el portón eléctrico primero.
Then, 3 o'clock at night, she gets woken up by really loud bangs stemming from the outside of her door, and she says that whoever entered the property must have made it through an electric gate, which is technically impossible. Where did those noises stem from?
Amigos, solo quiero grabar este video para documentar que hoy a las 3:08 de la mañana se está escuchando que alguien está tocando la puerta de mi casa, lo cual es muy extraño porque para eso tuvieron que abrir el portón eléctrico primero. No hay nadie afuera.
In the next update, she says that she believes that a creature with a tail is responsible for that. It is an urban legend, and she thinks that she has seen it
Ah, the
briefly
chupacabra,
before it
huh?
disappeared that night into the closet. How odd. And sure enough, within the closet, there are some scratch marks that have been caused. Ah, that's pretty unsettling. And there is a fingernail. It doesn't belong to an animal. It looks human, to be honest. And what does all of that mean? Was it a human inside the closet that was scratching? Unlikely. Maybe something paranormal related. I'll keep you guys posted.
Interesting video. I'm on the bite.
Now,
Hopefully there's a follow-up.
we want to look at the updated case of El Franco, who thinks that an evil entity is inheriting his old apartment. He decided to
Oh,
place
this
a night
guy.
camera in his room because he doesn't feel safe there anymore. A bite mark on his arm is proof for his concerns. And yes, shortly after setting everything up, he became witness to some unusual activity that unfolded during his sleep. Looks like a ton of orbs and an inexplicable object right in front of the lens. Even when not asleep, stuff just starts happening in his room. This night, the door just opened to his room, although he was the only person home, and all 3 of his cats were with him. So what could have caused that? At least he was suspicious at that point. But it got better.
Looks like he has 4 cats. Get your number right, King.
Something was tampering with the tower of his cats. And the following night, the entity opened the door again. Maybe just to say hi. Very unsettling. Another time he was just playing with one of his cats, and there appears to be something peeking around the corner that some say is terrifying.
Hey, hey!
Some viewers say it is the head of a female. Could it be? But how? And where did it go? Convinced that it is in fact the spirit of a female, he tries a ritual in the bathroom to get rid of her.
Tráeme un espejo y voy a poder hablar con ella. Amiga, por favor, te pido que me dejes solo. Te lo pido, por favor. Amiga, por favor, te pido que me dejes solo. Te lo pido, por favor.
What do we make out of that? Did the spirit answer, or is some foul play involved here? Almost a little bit too creepy, to be honest. He catches her staring, now almost on a daily basis.
Wait. Okay, I had never seen this clip before. She is right outside his door.
He catches her staring.
Yep.
For the sake of how my channel has been lately, I gotta make the joke. He is being stalked by Yuri.
To be honest. He catches her staring, now almost on a daily basis. Wouldn't you be terrified at this point? Is it a demon or a shadow figure?
I don't know. I think part of me would be annoyed because, you know, yeah, this thing keeps showing up every night, every day, but it doesn't do anything. It just kind of stares at you. I think I'd just be annoyed at that point. It's like, look, either kill me or fuck off.
Or maybe both. If it isn't a hoax, of course. And sometimes it's just the cats that give him a good spook. Thank God, right? But this must have been one of the most terrifying captures that his night camera could capture. Look at the eye. That is definitely looking at him. I mean, it is pretty safe to say that this must be a demon. If it isn't just a friend in a mask. Were you creeped out? Let me know.
No, I've seen this clip a few times, and, you know, though I do find it compelling, to say the least. I think I've gone past it creeping me out at this point.
The following videos were recorded by Zara G, and it is believed that paranormal events could be captured here. It all started while she was recording a video.
Hace mucho calor. Creo que me lo voy a arreglar. Cojones. Pues no sé.
And something has thrown one of her wigs down, which is pretty odd to say the least. Only a couple of days later, another oddity is being captured in the back. It's a shadow apparition walking across the floors. What follows is a tour.
You wake me up? Nope, she's just making some noises.
Tour of her place, and she tells the viewers about all the weird things that have transpired after the first incident, but which couldn't be recorded. On another day, she even has the feeling that something followed her home. This night, she was preparing another skit for her account, when all of a sudden, the power shut off. And then there was
That's
darkness. After flipping the breaker switch, there was something really unsettling being captured.
Hmm. He looks like a really sad
Looks like a
ghost.
sinister face. Is it a demon? On the following day, she captured this moth, and she believes that there was something wrong with it.
Moth! Really? You're gonna find the shape, the coincidental shape on a moth's wings scary?
What do you think? Just a vivid imagination? Or
Yeah,
paranormal related?
that's just a coincidence.
This video was sent by Max, and it features Mexican security guard Francisco Ojeda, who gets quite disturbed one night during one of his shifts. He works in a facility, and he stated that he had never come across these strange events before. Let's see.
Se escuchan cosas, güey, y...
Hey.
Se escucha la puta regadera, güey, del puto baño, güey. No mames.
This guy's emphasis on some of his wording just.
Apparently noises are the cause for his distress, and when he enters the washroom, he can capture even more.
No mames, Cuchi, güey. No seas ojete, güey. No mames. No mames, güey. Hay alguien, güey.
Didn't we seen this? I think we've seen this before, just flipped.
No mames. No mames. No mames.
Yeah, I've seen this clip before, but the footage was flipped.
A pale face is peeking around the corner, seemingly looking at Francisco. Is it paranormal related though? And was it the cause for the many odd noises on the premises? If it isn't anything mysterious, maybe it was just a colleague.
I found those. The really good ones I've already seen quite a few times. The rest of them were just kind of, for me. Oh wow. This one's gonna be a humdinger. I'm gonna need some water for this one. I'm also gonna turn the fan on to low so that way I don't disturb my daughter. Alright, so As I said, this one's going to be a real dinger here. 21 scary videos that'll give you chills at night. From none other than Chills. Ha. Yeah. Let's go.
7 in the evening when some creepy CCTV video captures a person with their face covered walking up to a New Zealand home and letting themselves in. Exactly 2 minutes later, the intruder is caught on CCTV video exiting the property and walking much more cautiously than before. That's because cradled in her arms is an infant whose small tuft of black hair you can barely see at 40 seconds and again at 1 minute as she goes down the driveway. The person seems to be talking to the baby and taking special care to make sure it doesn't cry and alert the father, who is sleeping inside. As it turns out, this person caught on tape is none
The
other
mother.
than the babysitter they've hired for the day.
Babysitter.
She later returns without the child and tells the father that somebody else had gotten into the house and took the child while she was asleep. When he checks the CCTV home security cameras, it's easy to see she is the one responsible. The babysitter was sentenced to 3 years behind bars for these bizarre videos, and I was wondering if you thought that was enough based on the evidence. You can
Nope.
see she has plenty of time to put the child back, but she follows through without hesitation, not even a pause in her step or a look back to indicate a pang of guilt for the parents or the child. This is really messed up behavior, and she could probably use a longer sentence in my opinion. Before we go any further, I just wanted to say thank you to our sponsor Audible. Creepy CCTV video has caught a scary man on tape prowling around a yard looking eerie as can be. He tries to stay low but fails, remaining caught on CCTV videotape the whole time as he kneels by the bike and tries to take something off it. He loudly breaks something valuable from the sound of it. His lookout looks a lot more normal and makes me wonder why his partner is wearing that creepy mask. He must be really getting into the part, I guess. Anyway, they leave not knowing they've been identified on CCTV. This took place in England, so if you happen to recognize this creepy character, contact the Sheffield Police in South Yorkshire. Tricky says he's noticed way too many weird things caught on camera while exploring the aptly named Ghost Lady House in India.
guys, கொசுவரெல்லாம் இருக்குங்க. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு யாராச்சும் வாழ்ந்துருக்க கூட சான்ஸ்.
A disembodied voice whispers over a discarded woman's dress, perhaps the spirit of whoever once wore it when they were alive. But the creepy stuff is just getting started.
அது ஒரு போல வந்துருச்சு, அந்த பயத்தில் வந்துருச்சு. அவருக்கு ரொம்பவே வருது.
He knows that the inhabitant of this haunted house wants him to leave, so the investigator makes a compromise and leaves a camera running while he steps outside. A strange moving shadow occupies the doorway, not necessarily the figure of a person per se, but it's a dark shadow nonetheless. Maybe it's a bat flying around, or maybe it's a phantom limb. When the ghost hunter re-enters the house to retrieve his equipment, the shadow person does not take kindly to this final intrusion.
டோர் வலி.
With 2 angry swipes, the poltergeist knocks the door off the hinges.
What's wrong, sweetie?
Okay, I have to be a little quieter. So I'm gonna bring the microphone a little bit closer to me. That way you guys will still be able to hear commentary, but it won't be too loud as to disturb my daughter. Alright, let's continue.
Tricky gets the message and writes this place off his urbex list. Good decision. An unknown creature's been caught on camera in the sky.
Yeah, that last one definitely had a lot of potential problems.
Guy of all places.
It's Deoxys.
What is this? What the is this thing in the air?
A stunned woman begins to question her life and her sanity upon recording a creature with tentacle-like appendages flapping about in mid-air. She's parked on the far end of a not-so-busy lot, so that explains the general lack of other witnesses. I'm pretty sure this creature sighting's not real, because this is the only video I could find of it. It would be hard to miss a giant creature wiggling in the skyline like this, so you would think there would be more. My best guess is they've superimposed video of a jellyfish or some other deep sea creature over the sky to create this monster.
That was
I'm not a
my
special effects expert, so
that was
who
my thought as
knows?
well.
A scary man dressed in all white is caught on CCTV video entering a home in Fort Worth, Texas. Notice how he's pulled his sleeve over his hand so as not to leave behind any fingerprints for further evidence. If he would have looked up, he would notice he had already been caught on home security video. He's surprised to be confronted by a woman who doesn't run. I'm not exactly sure what you should do if an intruder ever comes into your home, so don't take this video as advice, but as this scary CCTV video shows, you never know when these things could happen. An adventurer in India sees something truly chilling.
ये तो वही चुड़ैल है। ये कोई औरत खड़ी हुई है नीचे। हम छत के ऊपर आए हैं कैमरे उतारने के लिए और ये औरत नीचे खड़ी हुई है।
You gonna do something or just stand there?
He diverts his horrified gaze, and when he looks up, it's gone, but not for long.
आप देख सकते हैं ये कमरे भी आप देख सकते हैं लॉक किए हुए हैं इन्होंने ये आप सुन सकते हैं
Red blotches on the curtains mark where an apparition has touched the cloth. I did not see these handprints here moments before. He goes outside and finds a drastic change of weather, further evidence of displeasing a powerful spirit.
ये आप देख सकते हैं ये आवाज़ें भी आप सुन सकते हैं
He turns around to go inside for shelter, only to be greeted by the sound of a child's voice through a partially open door.
अभी दोस्तों इधर से जा रहे हैं इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट टाइम हम जब आएंगे किसी बुजुर्ग को साथ में लेकर आएंगे
He wisely decides to wait out the storm outside and does not go back in. I suppose he figures it would be quicker and less scary to chance it with the lightning, rather than return to whatever poltergeist activity is waiting for him there. Don't...
Staged. You never see that figure move. It was a statue. And the children's voices, most likely, just post-production editing.
Watch this video alone at night, warns a YouTube channel called Real Ghost Official. He must not know how brave the average Chills fan is after years of watching scary videos. Anyway, he's exploring some abandoned places in India when a startling discovery is made. Caught on camera is a pale, puzzling, wispy figure. A strange light that disappears into the dark without a trace. If there is a road behind him, then this could be the headlights of an oncoming car playing across the wall.
Is this really it? This is all the video we get for this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with chills and say car headlight.
Still, I will admit it is quite bizarre to have a light anomaly suddenly appear in such an extraordinarily spooky location, so a ghost sighting is not out of the question. If only he would have turned around, we would know for sure if this is from a car or not. However, turning around is the last thing you would do if you thought of an apparition in front of you. It's past midnight at a police station in Pahang, Malaysia. A quiet crew plays chess to help pass the time, completely unaware of something that in Pahang.
It's chess. There's no T at the end of it. I used to call it chest when I was 5.
Malaysia. A quiet crew plays chess to help pass the time, completely unaware of something that stays 2 moves ahead. The faint outline of a figure leaves them fearfully singing for protection and clambering over each other to stay far away. A different police video taken 10 years later shows more scary things that are just beyond creepy. In the darkness looms a mysterious figure, not wearing a reflective vest like everyone else, that also does not reveal any detail whatsoever, even when directly under the high-powered beam of a police flashlight. Not to mention those crying noises coming from the woods. It could be speakers, but I really doubt the police would be wasting time faking paranormal videos, so either this is a joke being played on them, or else these scary ghost videos are actually real.
I'm thinking if it's not real, then those must be some really, really bored police officers. Because why would anyone, if you're not competing in like a tournament style or anything like that, why would anyone willingly videotape 2 people playing chess? I mean, why? How is that thrilling content? I just... Wow. For now, I'm calling fake on this.
I want to get the opinions of people from Malaysia, where this video was made, to help me decide if these creepy videos are real, or part of a viral trend, or what. Either way, you know the paranormal activity is bad, when even the police are too afraid to do something about it. Not that there's much they can do. A small town west of Moscow, called Muzhaisk, has an eerie, supposedly real ghost sighting, caught by a tourist while admiring the architecture of a Capitol building. A Russian paranormal group says that this could be the spirit of a monk who was once forbidden by a prince to leave the town. Perhaps it's real, or maybe after researching this story, the group decided to stage this video and pretend it was submitted to them randomly. There's no way to tell for certain. In some parts of the world, it's customary to know.
That was it? That was nothing. That was just a guy in a robe. Staged.
Never put your shoes on in a hurry. Here's why. A large snake has coiled up in the toe of his shoe and refuses to get out. If he had put it on without looking, then the snake would have no doubt defended itself. He says that this is a non-venomous juvenile rat snake, and I wanted to know if this is an accurate description. I see no bright markings, so I would say he's at least right about the non-venomous part. He gets it out using a hook they keep around just for this purpose and does not seem too worried about it. But as far as I'm concerned, any snake in my shoe should be considered highly dangerous. After watching this creepy video, I might start checking my shoes each time before I put them on. A YouTuber named Fozzie Key Deny.
I always stuff my current socks into my shoes to just to kind of know where they are so I can use them later. So I don't think any snakes will be getting into those shoes.
Of Pakistan has caught some creepy things on tape while exploring a haunted building that used to be a school.
ये मेरे लिए फ़ायदा है। ये भाई क्या मुसीबत है अंदर।
It doesn't take very long for the scary stuff to begin.
Of course not.
क्या आप जिन हो?
His ghost meter detects a presence in this room shortly before the paranormal activity ramps up a lot and a window slams shut on its own.
इस जगह पे जो भी चीज़ मौजूद है, ये कैमरा भी घूमे जा रहा है, ब्लर क्यों हो रहा है बार-बार? क्यों ब्लर हो रहा है ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा मुझे।
A final loud crash sends him running out of the building to see what's making all of the noise. All he finds is a stray cat outside, which he suspects is a shape-shifting djinn because no cat would walk towards all that commotion. I'm not so sure about all that, but I do think it's strange how this classroom is the only place where weird haunted things get caught on camera. Exploring the rest of the haunted school reveals no other paranormal activity, just whatever's by this window.
That's what happens when you investigate creepy, abandoned schools. Ghosts of dead teachers give you detention.
Costa Rica is full of many beautiful sights. Under your pillow is not one of them.
Scorpion on my pillow.
Still alive?
I'd say it's very much still alive. A gigantic
Is it alive?
at the ready. I don't know if he was sleeping under this terrifying creature all night, but I think he might have been. If so, he's really lucky he never fluffed the pillow. Seriously though, I really want to know what kind of scorpion this is, and how risky this event really was. Christmas is apparently a time for scary things caught on camera, according to one grumpy ghost who is not exactly in the holiday spirit.
It's the spirit of the Grinch. Hear that? Or Krampus.
I'm not 100% convinced that this scary ghost video is real, but I have to admit it's awfully strange how their dog barks right before it happens. It sounds like the dog knows something is already in the house, something paranormal, or perhaps they are simply using a string.
Apparently caught an apparition going to the neighbor's house, going left to right by the trash cans, and in the middle of the driveway, this figure or apparition.
A ghost sighting caught on a home security camera as a small neighborhood in Paraguay.
Wait, was that? Oh, okay, that was the end of the last one, yeah. So yeah, I'm calling fake on that as well.
Arkansas, worried something paranormal is on their block.
There he is, walking, no legs, and she disappears.
The mysterious figure never returns after its disappearing act. It's not a neighbor, they say, because the neighbors were on vacation. They've never caught any other weird things on camera since, and other than that one night, The home security system seems to work fine. I guess there is a chance that this could be a technical malfunction, but to them it's a scary ghost video that's actually real. Having seen all of the evidence yourself, tell me if this video is paranormal. I think it could be a glitch, but I don't have the technical know-how to properly back up that explanation.
I'm 50-50 on that one.
Most already know that playing with a Ouija board is not a good idea anyway.
Nope.
But some are still learning their lesson the hard way, or rather the scary way. The Badabun team sets up a Ouija board in a haunted cemetery in Mexico, and soon they realize they're bound by the rules of the supernatural.
¿Jugar contigo?
No, no, no.
Ay, no. Las cadenas.
No,
Güey, no mames.
Estúpido.
One is pulling the object with a string because it moves in different directions while they stand in place.
Me quiero voltear, güey.
no, 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 no.
I saw a light anomaly, writes Francisco Escamilla after uploading this bizarre
That's a big fat no for me, thank you, Chief.
ring cam footage to his YouTube channel. He has no idea what this was and is looking for answers, so let's try and help. I think this could actually be paranormal because their dog just so happens to go crazy at the same time. The block is quiet and the dog doesn't really have much to bark at other than this strange moving object. Some dogs will bark at nothing, so that's not necessarily proof. The way this alleged ghost orb slowly moves makes me wonder if this is actually just a bug that was attracted to the porch light, walking across the lens up close to give this strange and spooky effect. A man in South Dakota questions whether this spooky CCTV video is genuine paranormal activity or something else. It looks like it absolutely has to be the wind at first, except for 3 things. 1, the window's closed. 2, the blue curtain doesn't move at all whatsoever, which it should be doing if this really was the wind. 3, at 18 seconds it looks like a ghostly handprint is pushing against the curtain when zoomed in. There is a large space at the bottom that is blocked from view and unaccounted for. Somebody could be laying down there and hit the curtain with their hands, in which case this strange video has just been successfully debunked. I guess we'll never know if that was the case or not. A wise man from Indonesia seeks to stop a wicked ghost from haunting the forest. For a while, it doesn't look like much is going to happen, but then something bizarre comes flailing at him from the forest. The odd figure stays low to the ground and does...
What? Bad acting.
Does not move or sound like a normal person at all, making animal noises all the while. I'm not sure if this is a possessed man running wild in the jungle or just someone acting like a ghost, so let me know what you think this is.
Acting.
A YouTube channel called Mux9 TV goes exploring some extra scary woods in Pakistan late at night when they find some really creepy stuff that leaves
Yummy, 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 yum.
I'm really freaked out.
What is
Out of the woods staggers a mysterious figure who refuses to
I thought the last guy was acting acting loopy. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I need to take a snapshot of this and use it as my next Paranormal Man thumbnail or Saturday Night Scares thumbnail. Okay, I gotta kind of just move this over here a little bit. Oh my god. That is my thumbnail for my next Saturday Night Scares. But you know, just that.
Speak for a long time. His eyes look haunting, like he's seen too much in too short a time and has been wandering for days, unable to get it out of his mind. The group does not know how else to help this person, and so they recite some words of faith over him, which works to the extent of scaring him away back to wherever he came from. This doesn't look like a ghost sighting so much as the aftermath of a person who has had a paranormal experience of their own in the forest and has succumbed to madness in the days since. Either way, they're definitely not the type of person you'd want to encounter in the woods, so I bet the group is relieved when he runs away, but at the same time, he could probably use some help. Hopefully he finds peace, but with that scary stare, I don't see how such a thing is going to be possible. Seeing this simple but scary moment caught on doorbell cam would really give me chills and keep me up at night if I were home. I mean, this could be someone who got the wrong address and gets super embarrassed, or it could be someone who is about to walk straight into a home and do all sorts of horrible things until they saw they were caught on doorbell cam. I think he was about to do something really messed up because his hands drop when he sees the camera, which is not exactly the body language of someone who's completely innocent. This happened in Prescott, Arizona, and they called the cops just to be safe. I don't know if I would have gone that far, but it definitely would have me staying up a little later than normal and looking outside. What do you think this person was up to? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not light out? Number 1.
No good.
This video was recovered from a cell phone left behind by a hotel guest who is in an extra hurry to leave for some reason. He's taking a random video when some chilling moments are caught in his hotel room.
Ooh, a found footage moment.
A dark shadow passes in front of him without a sound. The way he was talking out loud to himself makes it sound like he was talking to himself when the mysterious figure makes him gasp out loud and drop the phone. This situation wouldn't be too hard to fake. All you'd need is someone to walk in front of you and act scared, so it might not be real. But if this footage was really found by the next guest, like the description claims, then that's beyond creepy. 3 friends return to their...
Okay, so that's that one down. Still. Oh, man. That's one that's going to be talked about for a while with me. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna when I get done with this, I'm gonna show my brother that video. You know what? I'm gonna go do that right now before he falls asleep. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Yeah, that gave him quite a good chuckle. All right, I want to check my comments here real quick before we continue. Just see if anyone is up. All right, hey buddy, hey Brenda. I don't know if you're still watching or not, but things are going great. Ah, you guys are under lockdown. That sucks. Family is doing very well, Brendo. Thank you for asking. And I will tell them hi. Glad you're able to stop by, buddy. Alright. Next up, from, even though I love all the channels that I react to and all that, this one is my favorite. Sorry to the rest of you. From Nuke's Top 5. 5 scary ghost videos you won't watch alone. But, you know me. Of course I'll watch them alone. Of course, no one's ever truly alone when they have Jesus. And that's true. Alright. Let's go. Oh, and also, if there's one lesson to take away from that last video that we saw, guys, don't use Ouija boards. It's dumb, it's reckless, and it just keeps making, places like those graveyards worse and worse to try to explore.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
Okay, now I'm just gonna start this off by saying that you have to have some pre-context before you use the term meanwhile. I mean, the term meanwhile means that you have to have some context behind what went on in a previous segment. If you just start with meanwhile, then you lose all credibility. Speaking of credibility, did I even turn the display back on? Okay, I did. Okay. Alright, let's go.
TikTok user Chris has security cameras mounted all around his home. Late one night, the cameras capture a very bizarre incident in his living room. So, Chris is at home hanging out with his friends when all of a sudden a phone starts ringing. Now, there's nothing weird about that, right? Well, trust me, it all gets very weird very fast.
That's what I like to hear.
You can add bucks if you want to, Hunter. Well, that looks cool as shit. Look right at it. What? 70. What? No! No! What? No! What? That phone was just not plugged in! It rang! That thing's not plugged in! So I answered it! What? Did you? That's what that ringing was? What the f? Did you ring? That was the phone! Yeah! What the f? It rang! That's not plugged in! I ripped this out of the wall! That bitch is plugged in! Alex! Alex! You found this phone with us and it just rang on the wall! Yes, it fucking did! She answered it!
An old landline phone that Chris has on his wall starts ringing and his friend Julie picks it up. However, there's no one on the line, just static. But this is where things take a very bizarre turn. You see, Chris found this phone in an old abandoned school and simply hung the phone on his wall as some sort of retro decoration. This phone is not plugged in to anything. There's absolutely no phone service or even a cable attached to this ringing landline phone. After his video went viral on TikTok, Chris followed up with a new video explaining exactly where he found the creepy phone.
So, backstory of how I got the phone. I was at an abandoned building exploring, and I was in the basement, and in the middle of the room, there was this phone on the wall. Perfect condition, worked and everything. So I ripped it out of the wall, ripped the cord off right off, brought it home so I could hang it up on my wall for decoration.
Chris says that right after the strange ringing, he and his friends opened up the phone and looked for anything suspicious that could explain the scary event. Even possibly a speaker hidden inside the phone as a prank. But they found nothing out of the ordinary, just a standard old telephone. They had no explanation for the bizarre ringing. So now, fearing that the phone might be cursed, Chris decides to return it to the place he found it, which happens to be the abandoned Cooley High School in Detroit, Michigan. The school opened in 1928 and due to budget cuts was later closed in 2010. Over its nearly 100-year history, the school was believed to be extremely haunted. On his trip to return the phone to the school, Chris is joined by Julie, his friend who earlier picked up the ringing phone, and his buddy Nathan. Chris records their entire exploration of the old abandoned school. And as you might guess,
it did not go well.
Alright, so we're here at the school we got the phone from. I was trying to do live, but I don't have service in here. We have Nathan and the girl who answered the phone in the first place.
Hey.
It's been 7 days. You should be dead.
I hope I am.
You're actually probably gonna die tonight.
That's fine.
Alright, so I know the basement is on this side. Basement. Ooh. Dude, what if the phone rings in the backpack?
Dude, I would push you down the stairs.
I would push you down the stairs. Oh. Yeah, this is the room. Right, what the is in here? And there's this hole right here. Right there, that's the cord. I ripped it out of the wall. Alright, so Julie, take the phone out of the backpack and put it on the wall.
No,
You picked it up so you can touch it.
whatever is in it, I don't want it.
It starts ringing.
Make it ring again. Brought it back.
Yeah, he brought it back.
Wait. I saw it. Yeah, there's a shadow that appears like right there.
Where's that coming from?
That's not coming from the phone, bro.
Is it? What are you?
Where the is that coming from the other room?
Wait, why is there another phone down here? And why is it ringing?
Hey guys, shh.
This is why I love Nuke's Top 5. He always delivers on the really scary stuff. Okay, most of the time.
I don't think so.
Oh my god. Come on, let's leave. Let's leave. This is a
Dude, yeah, no.
We gotta check that out.
No!
Nathan.
Why not? Dude, no, because this is how you f***ing die in movies. No.
Shortly after Julie hangs the phone back in its original location in the school, the three friends start to hear unexplained ringing coming from somewhere inside the creepy abandoned building. Chris has had enough and just runs, His two friends follow and they all get out of there as fast as they can. To this day, Chris says that he has no intention of ever going back to the haunted Cooley High School. So did Chris capture a paranormal?
No,
no!
I'm not 100% sure.
No, this is how you f***ing die in movies. No, 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 no.
I'm gonna slow this down here. Okay, that's not a face. That looks like a power box. Yeah, I saw this as he was running down. I thought it might be a face looking at him, but it looks like it's just one of those circuit breaker boxes.
Shortly after Julie hangs the phone back in its original location in the school, the three friends start to hear unexplained ringing coming from somewhere inside the creepy abandoned building. Chris has had enough and just runs. His two friends follow and they all get out of there as fast as they can. To this day, Chris says that he has no intention of ever going back to the haunted Cooley High School. So did Chris capture a paranormal phone call from beyond? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
That's one hell of a hoax if that's the case. I'll just say that.
TikTok user Isaiah Castillo and his girlfriend Melissa are proud owners of a cute schnauzer named Haley. One night when Haley is alone in the couple's living room, this happens. A security camera in the living room captures the moment when little Haley gets so spooked that she just runs away in sheer terror. Now first, unexplainably, the dog starts to bark at something we can't see. She then hops onto the couch, but something catches her attention on the back wall. Suddenly, she vaults off the couch in an absolute panic, running so fast that she slides across the floor and crashes into the living room wall. As she runs, a vent cover can be seen falling to the floor at the same spot where the dog had been staring. Now, it's certainly possible that the vent could have fallen from the force of Haley jumping off the couch. But she can be seen staring at that spot before the vent even falls. So it leaves the question, what terrifying thing did the puppy see that made her bolt out of the room? Let me know what you think.
I would I would classify that as incredibly creepy.
Paranormal Nightmare. Foreman brothers Josh and Rocky from the YouTube channel Paranormal Nightmare TV series were contacted by a woman named Linda who lives in Lancaster, Ohio. She says that ever since she moved into her house 3.5 years ago, she has been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity. The home has a very dark past. The house was built in the year 1900 on land that had once been a Civil War encampment. In the 1920s, a man mysteriously died in the home after an unexplained fall down the stairs. Years later, in the 1950s, it was used as a funeral home. It is also said that in the 1970s, a man tragically took the life of his wife in the living room before ending his own life. With a history like that, it's not surprising that Linda has experienced everything from unexplained loud crashing and dragging sounds to the voices and cries from a little boy and girl. Her bed is shaken violently on many nights, and she says she has been touched and physically hit by something she cannot see. On occasion, she says that something has whispered her name in her ear. She has seen the apparition of a man in the basement, and one of the spirits in the home seems to be extremely violent and dangerous.
I moved here 3.5 years ago, so it would have been about
Possibly the man that killed his wife, then killed himself.
2017. I've been poked. I've had bruises on my legs. I've been shoved down the stairs. This stairwell right here, I got pushed down this about a month ago. I was about halfway down and got shoved from the back.
Now, taken on its own, Linda's claim that something tries to shove her down the stairs could simply be dismissed as random missteps or perhaps exaggeration. But she's not the first to experience strange activity in this home. The Foreman brothers contact the house's previous owner.
There was a whole lot of activity, and let's just say that I kind of slipped down the stairs a couple times when I didn't lose my footing. I was pushed, for sure.
Linda says that up in her attic bedroom, she often hears voices and whispering. One day she sets up a camera in her bedroom and actually catches some of the most terrifying EVPs you'll ever hear. Josh and Rocky Foreman go to investigate the old home in hopes of capturing even
The last moments of that couple.
more paranormal evidence and to help Linda with the aggressive and frightening paranormal activity in the home. Throughout the investigation, Josh and Rocky hear and capture very bizarre sounds that they can't explain.
Is there anyone in here with us? Is there anyone in here with us?
Just hear that?
Sorry about that. I thought I heard, or I thought I saw something that actually wasn't there.
Something just moved right behind me. I think it just moved something.
Oh, right here. Loud banging right next to me.
The two brothers capture the loud sounds of knocking and unexplained banging, but eventually things start to get a bit more physical.
What? Hold on.
Something just touched me.
Where at?
Right on my elbow. Felt like cobwebs. Just brushed up against me.
Did you touch Rocky?
The guest bedroom is said to be one of the most supernaturally active rooms in the house. So Josh decides to lie down on the bed to try to provoke the ghosts that haunt the house.
No. No, you do not do that.
It seems that he did provoke something.
Man, it feels cool around here. I mean, my...
Whoa.
I mean, my...
Whoa. I seen something.
Something just grabbed my foot. Just grabbed my leg. Turn on the light.
No. Keep going. That's what we want.
It just grabbed my leg. It's under the bed.
Josh says that he sees a dark shadow figure at waist height moving towards Rocky. Rocky then feels something grab his leg and figure at waist.
It's under the bed.
Josh says that he sees a...
You know, sometimes watching these can make you paranoid. Again, I thought I saw something coming from the reflection of the mirror, but it turns out it was just their lights.
dark shadow figure at waist height moving towards Rocky. Rocky then feels something grab his leg, and it scares him so much that he accidentally breaks the mount on his camera and falls hard against the bed.
Whoa.
Now, if you're familiar with the Foreman Brothers videos, you know that they always stay calm and composed whenever they see or hear anything during an investigation. So to see both Josh and Rocky so freaked out in this footage, it just makes the video even more compelling. So did Josh and Rocky Foreman catch the ghosts that are haunting Linda in her home? And just what grabbed Rocky's ankle? And should Josh have cared a little more?
Turn on the light. No, keep going. That's what we want.
It just grabbed my leg.
Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video.
That's what happens when you intentionally piss off the ghosts.
And many more great supernatural investigations over on their YouTube channel, Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Hide and Seek. Popular Spanish YouTuber and paranormal explorer Ricky Velasquez frequently does live streams while exploring allegedly haunted locations in Mexico. In his live stream, Ricky and his friends Nazi and Elisa are exploring a haunted house in Ciudad Guzman, Mexico that is said to be inhabited by the ghost of a little girl. But Ricky believes it's possible that this little girl spirit might not actually be a little girl at all, but something else. Something dark and sinister. When Ricky tries to provoke a reaction by asking the little girl ghost to play hide and seek with them, things quickly take a turn toward the very bizarre.
Ahí estamos en el espejo. Estamos en la casa de la niña. Uy. ¿Qué fue ese ruido? Si sientes aquí mismo que está encerrado y cómo se siente. Vamos a jugar a las escondidas, niña.
Ricky and his friends are gathered in the haunted building's restroom when they hear the unexplained moan of a child coming from somewhere inside the room with them. They quickly run out and into the hall. However, the hallway doesn't seem much safer.
Niña, ¿te acuerdas de mí? Hola.
I say that the girl does remember you.
Unexplained bang. Now they run right back into the restroom. After taking a moment to calm down, they continue their investigation. Ricky looks into the bathroom mirror and captures something absolutely chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky and his two friends have no idea that they are not alone as Ricky captures what appears to be a figure right behind him,
I saw
visible
that.
at the edge of the mirror's reflection. But what happens next?
She found you.
Si ves eso en el espejo se ve como manchas así, como rostros. Oye, ¿está corriendo arriba? Oye, ven, 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 ven.
Ricky casually
You found her.
And both he and his friend see something strange in the reflection. When Ricky turns around, he is shocked to his core as the apparition of a little girl appears in the restroom with them. Ricky and his friends run from the haunted house in terror, and the live stream investigation ends right there. So did Ricky catch the ghost of a little girl live on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? Again, it's up to you to decide.
I say it's real.
Paranormal investigation and all of Ricky's investigations over on his YouTube channel, Ricky Velasquez. alone in the dark. Reddit user RUAmyC143 and her 17-year-old son have been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity after moving into their new home in Massachusetts. Amy doesn't know much about the history of the house other than that it was built in 1895, so one can only imagine the events that might have taken place in the house over the last 126 years. Amy says she has heard strange noises in the middle of the night, loud banging, the sound of locked doors somehow opening and closing, and the crash of what sounds like heavy objects falling on the floor. Their personal items mysteriously disappear. And strangest of all, their pets, 2 dogs and a cat, often exhibit very strange behavior.
Mama, what's over there? What are you trying to find? Why are you just standing there, staring over there? What the f? What the f is she trying to get? There's nothing there.
The family cat has been staring at something that Amy
It can see
can't
something.
for 5 minutes before she finally decides to record it with her phone. Now, maybe the cat saw something, or maybe it was just in an odd mood. But now, this next video that the worried mother shared to her Reddit page is a little harder to explain.
This video. I remember this now. The ghost is gonna appear right outside the door.
You can hear the sound of someone walking around in Amy's bedroom, even though she is completely alone in the house and fast asleep in bed. Amy caught this recording using a night vision camera that she set up in her bedroom. She has another camera set up just around the corner, filming the living room and hallway. Cut to another night, and this time the second camera captures something truly disturbing. A bizarre, unexplained shadow seems to rise up from the area near the couch on the far right, and then quickly disappears back into the darkness, even though there's no one in the room to cast that shadow. One night, Amy's son decides to spend the night at his girlfriend's place, leaving Amy all alone in the house again. As she sleeps, her security camera captures something downright chilling.
There's the footage I was talking about.
A strange figure seems to pace back and forth outside of Amy's bedroom. Amy explains that she kept hearing strange banging and dragging sounds, and eventually got out of bed to look around her home. She found nothing, but when she checks her camera's recorded footage, she is shocked. What is especially creepy is that Amy says that one direction the figure is pacing leads directly into a wall. Amy shares on her Reddit page that she's worried for her 17-year-old son and is only sharing these videos to get answers and hopefully help. As far as I could find, Amy has never posted any supernatural content to social media before these videos. So, did Amy capture evidence of the paranormal? As always, let me know what you think. You can watch all of Amy's videos and keep updated on her Reddit page at RUAmyC143. Uninvited. Popular Korean ghost hunt live streamer Michael from the YouTube channel Docha Michael explores an abandoned house that is said to be haunted.
I remember
Michael arrives
saying.
at the location.
I remember saying that footage looked pretty authentic and that they were real. That she was being haunted.
Even before he has a chance to enter the building, strange things start to happen.
뭐야? 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 와. 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 대놓고 비치. 대놓고 비치.
As soon as Michael starts recording and is just about to enter the old abandoned house, a wheelchair starts to move all on its own. Now obviously Michael is shocked by what he just witnessed, but he has no idea that things are about to get even creepier.
Of course they are.
Something seems to pound on a door, catching Michael's attention. Then the door suddenly swings open on its own. Creepiest of all, whoever or whatever was pounding on the door seems to be hiding behind a curtain and quickly moves away. When Michael runs over, there's no one there. Just an empty room. Later into the investigation, Michael finds a mirror on top of a makeup table. This is when things get downright chilling.
You're hungry. Need food. Yeah, I saw that. Right up here. Some footsteps up here. You right there, see?
The ghost hunter's stomach suddenly starts to growl from hunger, and he is so distracted rubbing his belly that he doesn't even notice that someone or something is walking up right behind him. But when he turns around, again, there's just no one there. Michael has no idea what he just captured on camera. He continues his exploration of the creepy abandoned building. Now Michael hears a sound coming from the same curtain he filmed earlier. When he gets close to the curtain to find an explanation to the strange sound, this happens. Something seems to punch at Michael through the curtains. Understandably, he is terrified by the strange attack and makes a run for it. So did Michael capture evidence of something paranormal on camera?
Oh yeah, this is real.
Is is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can check out this full investigation and many more creepy videos over on the YouTube channel, Docha Michael.
That was way too much craziness right there. Way too much. Alright. Oh, we still got 3 more of these. Well, thankfully they're not as long, so we should be able to cruise through them. Alright, next up we got top 15 super scary video. Top 15 super special awesome. My voice gives me super strength. Anyway, top 15 super scary videos you really need to see.
Number 15, Garage Ghost. Tesla manufacturers may have designed a motion tracking system that works a little too well.
It's ghosts, because
Oh my. What
there
is
ain't
going on?
nobody there. See, we're just parked in front of the garage. See, there's nobody.
It's detecting a human-shaped object directly in front of them, but the garage is empty.
See, there's nobody there. But
Holy.
And as they continue to monitor the dash, they learn that this is probably paranormal and not a glitch. I want to believe this video is paranormal, except somebody could simply be crawling around in front of the car.
That's true.
They never get out of the car to show the ground, so this could be fake. They also said they would upload a garage CCTV video showing the outside, but haven't yet months later. Hopefully they will soon. Number 14,
Yeah, until then I'm not buying it.
Gymnasium incident. Haunting CCTV video from a Texas high school shows the gym door ripping open the moment a ghost is caught on tape.
Warnings. Teachers quickly got everyone to shelter in place. The storm.
Okay, I lied. It's a tornado. Doors were dismantling all over
You
this
ass.
new school.
Video tornado ripping through a
12 scared students were doing after-class activities when the storm hit. I'm glad the teachers took them someplace safe, because anyone standing in the halls could have gotten blown away super easily. No joke. Number 13, doorbell cam. 2 men walk up to an Oklahoma City home. One pulls their accomplice aside and whispers one word. He takes a closer look at the doorbell cam and leaves when he sees a lens inside. Also, it's June and he's wearing gloves, which could point towards not wanting to leave behind fingerprints. Days later, a different house in the same neighborhood caught this stranger, who again takes 2 looks at the doorbell camera and dips. These security videos were released to the public because on June 30th, 2018, someone got inside a house on the same block while the owner was there and did some horrifying things to him. But for now, whether this footage will help in finding the people responsible remains a mystery. Number 12, paranormal.
You guys got
stuff is caught.
You guys got busted
on CCTV at this mailing facility when a package delivers itself to the floor. With a flip up a ramp and out of sight it goes. I guess they were wondering how it got there and checked the footage. The object is moved by a ghost caught on security cam, they claim. I think it could have been tied with a string, of which I'm sure there's no shortage of at a mailing warehouse. Number 11, grave lights.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to go on with that one, so lean towards, like another possibility is that could have been the wind.
Living next to a graveyard is already creepy enough without seeing mysterious figures dancing across tombstones, which is exactly what Helen Brookshaw saw on December 29th, 2020. This video looks paranormal at first, but I think the mysterious figures are really just car headlights. It looks like there's a busy road behind the trees. If it was raining earlier, then it's probably just rays of light bending to create these witchy ghost figures. It kind of looks like there's another one back here, though I'm not sure what she's caught on CCTV, but it sure is weird and creepy. Number 10, the glass ghost.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards fake on that.
He's exploring haunted houses in India when he has some really bizarre paranormal activity caught on camera. A ghost is slamming the door multiple times. When they go to investigate, they find an empty room and a door that stays open and does not move by itself. They both stand inside of the room to see what else will happen, and they are not let down even though something else is. Large sheets of glass are moving by themselves, and get this, a large orange ghost orb spirals all around him, approximately 2 seconds before the heavy object falls, so I think this paranormal video has a strong chance of being real. Number 9, Red Ghost.
I agree.
Creepy video footage caught on a phone camera shows a famous spirit from the Malaysia forest, known only as Red Ghost. Red Ghost sightings are rare, and video proof is even rarer. Is this ghost video real? Take a look. A group runs towards Red Ghost to see who's the bravest. Red Ghost is there 1 second and then it's gone, only to reappear on the other side of the street. Now that's terrifying. Number 8,
I'm a bit skeptical about that one. It could have been just editing. You don't actually see the ghost moving.
Shadowed. This cemetery needs an exorcism, says a paranormal investigator named Soul Searching, as she goes exploring one of the most haunted places of Imperial, Missouri. I truly believe something has been conjured there, she explains, and offers this paranormal evidence caught on video as proof.
Can you show yourself?
Something is shadowing her, and I mean that literally. A shadow figure appears over a grave marker. You can see she is standing under the shade of a tree, with no shadow to be cast. It's not her own and no one else is with her. Maybe she was creeping herself out. Maybe the alleged shadow person is nothing more than the shadows of treetops, blowing on a windy day.
That was my first thought too, but if you take a close look at the trees, they are not moving.
Still, the timing between her question and her sighting is so odd and creepy that maybe something horrifying really was on the other side of the car. Take a closer look and
See, look at these shadows down here. They're not moving at all.
tell me, is this video paranormal? Probably.
Yeah, if there was enough wind to move a tree shadow this much, it should also be moving these shadows in the exact same motion. But
Video paranormal.
They're not moving hardly at all.
Probably. Number 7. Strange mystifying. Beth J refers to this strange sighting as a creepy mist-like anomaly caught on motion sensor CCTV in the middle of the night. The cloud looks like somebody could be exhaling with their window open, except it comes from across the street. Likewise, it can't be exhaust from an external dryer vent for this reason either. I'm not sure what to say about this strange activity, which was so far from ordinary that Beth chose to upload it onto YouTube. So far, no one's been able to explain this video, me included, so maybe it is paranormal. Number 6. Porch sighting.
Not enough for me to go on.
In the South Indian state of Tamil Nadu, strange and mysterious activity caught on a home security system makes a man wonder if he should abandon his haunted house then and there. What he fears is a ghost orb, which I think is almost certainly an insect walking across the camera.
Get out of my head, Chills. I was about to say that.
The camera is positioned under a porch light, so I highly doubt this video is paranormal. Most people disagree and think this alleged CCTV ghost video is real, so I wanted to get some more feedback. Number 5. Grave Danger. A YouTube channel in Belgium called Nifo says he's become hooked on making paranormal exploration videos. He is with a full team in a graveyard when a paranormal entity enters one of the investigators, named Niels.
Niels?
The conversation continues like this for 30 minutes, with the force pressing him down no matter how hard he tries to get up. I would say this is fake, but when the paranormal entity is finally finished with him and the takeover ends, one of the people standing near him finds fresh marks on their body. Number 4. Hospital horror.
It's some scary stuff there.
A hospital patient receives 2 visitors when the lights go out and a third joins in unannounced. They scramble out of the hospital and aren't in on the joke, and many others aren't either.
That is hilarious!
The full version of this video shows this ghost is created with little more than a long cloth and a mask with a wig. This might help explain other similar ghost sighting videos. The scary video started in Indonesia and has gone viral since then, but not everyone's in on the joke, so if you see an edited version somewhere else, know that it was a joke done by a channel called Happy Ramatika, and remember, you heard the true story on Top 15s. Number 3. Maggot counter. A woman is absolutely disgusted by what she's claimed to have found in her meal.
1, 2, 3 magnets in the food.
Her food came from the takeout bar of a local supermarket in Palm Beach, Florida. The place denies the allegations and says they would have seen it when putting the food out for customers. I'm going to side with her on this one. It looks like her meal has rice in it, and it would be easy for workers to not see the larvae. The woman says she found them at the very bottom of her meal after it tasted off. They are pretty deep in there, not on the surface, and they don't look to be put there by her. I definitely wouldn't shop there again if I were a customer there. Number 2. First day on the job. Hospital EMTs are on break when one of them signals that all is far from well. He folds his arms across his chest and assumes the right position for the Heimlich maneuver. At 56 seconds, it looks like he says he can breathe again and they let go. Looking back, at 5 seconds, you can see he's laughing at a story when he takes a drink of water with something in his mouth. It's his first day on the job, and a story I'm sure they won't let him live down anytime soon, but thankfully he's still alive to clock in tomorrow. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and July? A group of friends are celebrating the 4th of July when something scary is caught on camera in the sky. The person recording tries to say that an airplane is near, but her words are too late. The low-hanging plane is about to land and it's dangerously close. This video has caused a fierce internet debate as to how close the fireworks were and how much risk they would have posed to the pilot. I'm not sure if they almost touched the plane or not, but I think they were definitely a distraction and could have startled the pilot into losing control. Not something you'd want over a residential neighborhood.
No,
so this
no,
video
you
is
don't.
definitely scary. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe.
Oof, that's scary to think about. You gotta be careful when you're lighting fireworks. Ugh. Alright, real quick check on the chat here. I don't have my usual tools to help me do it. Let's see here. Nope. Nothing new. Alright guys, we got 2 more videos left. Next up we got from Sir Spooks, 5 scary ghost videos you've never seen. Number 2. I'll be the judge of that.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary ghost videos you've never seen. 2. So, let's begin. Epoch Paranormal is a very unknown YouTube channel that specializes in uploading fascinating videos relating to various different paranormal investigations, abandoned building explorations, and more. While lots of their videos are highly entertaining, the best of them all is without a doubt a recent video in which the crew explores the West Virginia Penitentiary. Throughout the course of the video, we see just how run down and eerie the place is. Most people wouldn't dare step foot inside the place, but the people behind Epoch Paranormal are definitely courageous. At around the 3-minute mark, the cameraman walks down a creepy cell block and captures something chilling. Take a look and see if you notice anything out of the ordinary.
It looked like there was a person there. Right there in front of me, it looked like there was a person.
Did you see it? If not, it's easy to see why. There appears to be some sort of shadow-like figure quickly walking by, off in the distance before disappearing altogether. Even the man filming says, it looks like there was a person there.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Ends shortly after this, so we are left to wonder what exactly was recorded in the West Virginia Penitentiary that day. Because this video only has a little over 100 views, we may never know for sure. Today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. It's a game that has it all, and 12 serious goodies, plus a super special champion to help get everyone started in. On January 21st, 2021, A YouTube channel named Ethereal Sisters Paranormal uploaded an intriguing video to their subscriber base. With just 65 views, this is a video that you've likely never seen. The following footage was filmed back in July of 2020 at Green Hills Inn, Perth, Washington. The channel owners state that while they were going back to review their static camera footage after their visit, they noticed something completely unexplainable. They say they've rewatched it numerous times but still cannot come up with a concrete answer. So, let's take a look.
No, I didn't see it. Oh, shadow arm. Okay.
Although it appears just briefly, if you look hard enough, you can make out what appears to be some sort of creepy shadow figure in the hallway at the Green Hills Inn. The Ethereal Sisters Paranormal channel says that after this video was filmed, they went back to film some more footage and they plan to upload it in the near future. Let's hope that in their follow-up uploads, we will get some much needed answers as to what exactly is wandering the halls of the Green Hills Inn.
Right?
The following video uploaded to a relatively unknown YouTube channel known as Haunted Mississippi. It's a great demonstration of how terrifying it would truly be to conduct a paranormal investigation. It also shows how intense things can get and how fast they can escalate. Right from the start of the video, we follow a group of investigators as they begin to set up various different investigative equipment, when one of the men says, "Can you laugh or crawl like you did the other day?" As soon as he says this, a door opens in the room. But that's not even the creepiest part. Just a couple of seconds after the crew begins to talk about the door opening, they hear something that understandably chills them right to the bone. Have a listen for yourself.
Can you laugh or cry like you did the other day?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
No. That's a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. It's the spirit from Pacify.
No. That's a little bit too much.
The first spirit.
No. That's a little bit too much.
Amazingly, it seems as though this yelling sound did not completely scare off the folks at Haunted Mississippi, as they continue the investigation, but don't seem to find anything else on camera. Even still, this serves as a frightening video that shows how terrifying it would be to hear something like this if you were in the shoes of these paranormal investigators.
No. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's.
Video uploaded
I'm
to
on
YouTube by a
the.
man named Eric Glosser.
I'm on the lean reel on that one.
Was filmed at the infamously haunted and eerie Waverly Hills Sanatorium, located
Waverly Hills.
in Louisville, Kentucky. It isn't referred to as one of the scariest places in the world for no reason, as Glosser's video is a great demonstration of why it has such an infamous reputation. In the video, which was filmed all the way back in 2011, we see what appears to be the dark and dreary hallways of the Waverly Hills Sanatorium late at night. For a few moments, there appears to be nothing out of the ordinary here. The place looks to be creepy, but nothing actually scary happens, right? Well, you'd be wrong. All of a sudden, something bizarre appears that will creep you out. Take a look and see for yourself. Although it moves by in a very quick motion, if you slow down the footage a little bit, you should see what seems to be some sort of small child, or rather a small ghostly child, running down the corridor at an inhumanly fast speed. I can't imagine how eerie it must have been for these investigators to review the footage later on and notice this strange entity in the sanatorium with them. Let's just hope that they don't go back to investigate the place anymore. Who knows, maybe the same entity will be waiting for their return.
Maybe.
Over on my very own Sir Spook subreddit, an excellent source for all things relating to the paranormal and horror, a user known as KittyK38 shared the following terrifying security camera video filmed in her basement overnight. We featured footage from this basement before, so that's why you might recognize it. But this is a brand new video with new paranormal evidence. The video is...
It's a good thing you censored the boobs. The other channels don't do that.
Starts off fairly normal with nothing seeming to be out of the ordinary. In the basement we can see a standard pool or billiards table, a television, a clock mounted on the wall, as well as other various objects. It seems like an ordinary basement, but as you'll ultimately see, this is no ordinary basement whatsoever. The way the toy car moves all the way across the table is definitely scary, regardless of whether or not this is fake or real. Furthermore, some candles on the table move by themselves, and something in the background falls off a cupboard. Some people in the comment section seem unconvinced of the clip's authenticity, as the toy car could have just turned on since it may be battery powered. Others feel as though there could have been a small string attached to it, and somebody could have tugged on it off screen to make it move across the pool table. As for the other objects moving by themselves, they could also be moved by a string. But I'm curious as to what you think. Is this authentic?
I'm on the fence with that one because while I agree it could be moved with string, the force of which it moves would have caused it to flip over, would have caused it to flip on its back if it was being pulled by something.
Footage of a ghost in this homeowner's basement. Or
I don't know.
is this just a setup? Be sure to let me know your opinion.
I'm guessing with some practice it can be achieved. Alright guys, we're down to the last video of the night. We end up with chills, 10 scary videos that'll give you the heebie-jeebies. Now you're doomed.
Full respect goes to YouTuber Rex Travolta for somehow obtaining this cry-out-loud creepy CCTV footage of a haunted driving school in Puchong. A man goes into the building late at night to wait for his girlfriend for a late-night meetup. Little does he know tonight's date is about to get cancelled for paranormal reasons. The computer monitor somehow turns on at the same time, and when he checks the wiring underneath, the screens briefly flash in unison. He runs out of there scared out of his mind, and that's when a ghost decides its work is done as it shuts the door and pulls up a chair. The video looks paranormal at first, but I think it could be really good stop motion photography that you don't notice because the camera's been skipping frames the whole time. And as for the monitors, maybe the computers were already on and had some kind of screensaver on a timer to make it look like they went on at once. A man comes home to find a woman he's never seen before in his living room. She runs out the door and he checks his home security system. This is what she was caught doing, picking a lock and testing the door while holding out a purse so as to look more natural. Soon other neighbors check their cameras and find evidence of her doing the same thing. Her wide eyes look really creepy, like she's not in control of herself and would do almost anything out of desperation. Definitely not someone you'd want in your house at random. The fact that she would return to the same street day after day fills them with dread, wondering if they'll be targeted next. As far as I was able to tell, police in Denver, Colorado have yet to identify this woman, so take a look at her face and let's see if we can provide them with any assistance. A while back, I analyzed a viral video of an unknown creature caught on camera in China. People were saying it was a sickly bear, but villagers insisted it was a mythological spirit known as a water ghost. That one was in captivity, but since then another one's been found running loose in the wild, this time in Malaysia. The way it crawls is not like a bear, but maybe it is sick with mange like they say. Of particular interest is where the supposed bear chooses to go. Remember, villagers in China say this is a water ghost, and then it slips into the water. Don't get me wrong, I definitely think this is just a bear with mange trying to swim away from the camera, but I'm no expert and the villagers are the ones who live there and saw it with their own eyes. The point is no one knows for certain, so I'm not going to act like I do. What do you think this is? A Redditor named Bunny Toes posted a really bizarre video on the Chills Narrator subreddit that's worth further analysis. She says she was deleting random videos taken by her young grandkids when she came across this strange moment in her old house, which she has since moved directly because of what you're about to see. Her grandchild innocently passes over a shadow figure standing at the foot of her bed. Bunny Toes says this happened a day before her mother-in-law's birthday, who used to live with them for 6 years and recently passed. She has no doubt that this is her mother-in-law visiting her from the other side. This could be a real ghost sighting, but you do see Bunny Toes at the beginning of this video, so it might have been her walking away. I guess I'm willing to believe her, because most people would recognize themselves on camera, and the uploader is adamant that the shadow figure in the video is simply not her. There's a scary haunted tunnel in Pakistan that
I'm on to buy it.
MMTV wants to go exploring to see what creepy things he can find inside. Exploring a haunted tunnel in the desert at night by yourself, what can go wrong? Apparently a lot.
ये देखिए ये सारा वीराना है और दूर पहाड़ हैं, आबादी से बहुत दूर हूँ मैं। ये क्या हो रहा है? स्टार्ट में ही या अल्लाह खैर।
A sparkling cloud of mist lingers around him. Spirits he suspects. First it travels in one direction, disappears, and comes back to guide him towards the tunnel.
और जो चीज़ भी है, ये देखिए, अब ये देखिए, मैं एक जगह पे खड़ा हूँ, मैं बिल्कुल।
That's really weird, but some downright scary things are caught on
That's crazy if it's actually guiding him to the tunnel.
Camera when he goes to the entrance, like this red stain on the ground that shapes the outline of a person.
मैं एक जगह पे रुका हूँ। मुसलसल कोई सरसराहट है।
Strange, unexplained lights give him pause, and you can say whatever you want about this freakishly deep laughter.
ये क्या है? ओह,
What the f?
या अल्लाह, ओए,
It's the haunted tire from Rubber. It's come back for vengeance.
ये टायर जा रहे हैं.
It's not the wind. The wind doesn't blow tires. He gets out of there fast, not wanting to face whatever is haunting this strange place. And
Yeah,
when he
that
takes
is
one
creepy
last
though.
glance at
Whoa.
the entrance, he spies movement from above. Something wants to follow him home. After all of these scary moments, I would say yes, this tunnel is haunted. A channel called Gus Idris Official has officially creeped me out with this scary video.
Itu Allahu Akbar. Mas. Mas, kejar Mas. Mas.
He's exploring an abandoned house in Bali, Indonesia, when a red-robed figure is caught in his light in what could be a real ghost video. The strange figure is caught on camera mysteriously disappearing but for a few scary moments, or maybe it's simply stepping to the side. They run upstairs and find a different figure waiting for them, this one in white, not red like before. That's when they decide it's time to set this ghost free. According to local lore, untying the shroud is the only way to release the spirit from the earth. He does so, and this one seems to mysteriously disappear, just like the legends say. They continue exploring the abandoned haunted building for paranormal evidence, when suddenly a solid black orb flies at them and possibly goes into one of the investigators. What's caught next could be a paranormal takeover caught on tape. It sounds pretty convincing, but his face looks dry at 34 minutes and 2 seconds, no visible tears, so he might not have really been crying. A small part of me wants to believe that this is a real ghost sighting that progressed into something even more terrifying, but it could just be good acting. Two friends find a giant...
Dang, that's a tough one to analyze there. I'm 50-50 with that one.
Spider in a cave and argue about how to properly put its size to scale.
The spider here, that's a biggie, and there's a carabiner. Okay. So put your hand there.
I'm not putting my hand any closer, you can just bring the camera out.
They are trying to use a piece of climbing equipment to illustrate how large it is, but since some people don't know how big that buckle is, one friend encourages the other to use his bare hand. Joe refuses, so it's up to his friend to do it himself. He slowly lowers his hand over the arachnid. If the shadow of his passes over it, and it's going to feel threatened and lunge forward to defend itself. He has only one word to say.
Big. Who knows as my hand's gonna go?
I'm not sure what kind of spider this is, but the striped
Oh,
markings
you
on
are
its
dumb.
legs seems to suggest that it could be venomous. It's a good thing
You are dumb.
Cave maze after getting dosed by one could easily spell his end. It's hard to say what size pizza this spider will fully grow into, but I wouldn't want to stick around and find out. I'd be out of that cave ASAP. A small cluster of weird deep-sea creatures seem to be embedded inside a piece of coral that broke off and floated ashore. One of the creatures is still moving and seems to retreat from the camera upon getting sighted. I wonder what they look like out of their coral encasement, probably even scarier. Anyway, no one has identified these unknown creatures in the comments, and the uploader of this video describes them only as weird creatures at the beach and leaves it at that. So let's help solve the mystery and figure out what these are. An adventurer from India goes exploring an abandoned house to see if it's really as haunted as they say. Within less than
all the paranormal videos I've seen tonight, and a mysterious underwater creature is what actually gives me chills.
2 minutes of entering the forsaken building, the explorer has his answer.
करके तो उसी जगह पर ये
A heavy negative energy looms in the air. All the rooms look the same, even the last one, except it has something extra waiting inside.
Oh, I saw that already.
देखिए वो क्या चीज़ खड़ी है
A figure stands in the corner, and at 4 minutes and 25 seconds, a volley of ghost orbs seem to rush out of its silhouette frame upon being found. Orbs continue to dance all around as the figure inches towards with its head down. They continue for half a minute and only stop when the figure crosses into the next room. At no other point in the video do so many of these appear, only here when its presence is nearby. When he looks into the next room, the orbs have stopped and the figure is gone. The encounter is over, and he is left wondering the meaning of what he just saw. I've got a challenge for you.
Kind of on the fence with that one, because everything seems too convenient.
Number 1. A paranormal YouTube channel known as Exploring Darkness goes on a 2-person investigation that leaves them, in their words,
Really an exploring video. What the? I said we're gonna call this an exploring video. Now I'm getting scared. Dude.
knowing what true evil feels like by the time they're through.
There's someone in here? Standing against the roof. Nope.
On reviewing the video evidence, the research team sees a hooded figure at 3 minutes 51 seconds. Paranormal or not, there's no doubt that this is the person responsible for making all of the noise. Freaky, right? It's 7 in the evening.
Okay, now, hold on.
2-person investigation that leaves them, in their words,
Really an exploring video.
Alright, I'm gonna point that out because there is something right there. Look at that, look at that. Look at the move, it moves. It moves, look. It bobs its head around, watch. Right here. Bobs its head.
I said we're gonna call this an.
I can't believe Chills didn't put that out. I'll leave a comment about it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Paranormal Man. I'm gonna edit a lot of the moments that I was not here out, and so yeah. Thanks for watching another successful Saturday Night Scares. It's almost 4 in the morning here, so I'm going to bed. Have a good night and take care.